I started playing guitar when I was 8 years old. 1 year before that I started taking music lessons. It wasn't something I always knew I would be doing, but it just happened. It was just something that happened by a chance. So it was a schooling system like this in Montenegro that when you're about 7 years old, then there are people from music school that come and they introduce instruments, and they ask if anybody is interested to play anything, and then of course all the children scream, yes, we want to play. And then there is testing for pitch and rhythm, and then if you pass this, then you can start taking music lessons. And then after taking music lessons for 1 year, you choose an instrument, and that's where I chose guitar. I had also piano and violin in my mind, but at the end I chose the guitar. Guitar became my profession very gradually, so I can't say that there was a certain point of my life where I decided, okay, this is what I will be doing. It was by the time always getting more and more serious, and it was becoming part of my life, and by some point I could not imagine not playing guitar anymore, so it was all natural circumstances, that events that followed each other, and then also very young I started taking part in competitions, first in the national ones in Montenegro, then also international, and there came then also concerts, and it was so it came in a natural way, and I was by the time I was never questioning that will be what I will be doing for the rest of my life. I think there have to be many qualities for artists to be successful. There is, of course, when we speak about musicians, there is a technical part of everything, of course, and this is very important, and so to play, of course, clean and precise, and but this is probably not the most important part, and also the technical part should always serve your artistic ideas, and without the concept, the artistic concept in your head, and understanding of style, there is also not much use of then playing fast or precise. So you have to have a very clear idea of what you want to do, and be educated as a musician, and this is one also important quality, and also to be successful. There is, of course, it is also kind of a show business. So there is a matter of luck, of course, and there is also the ability to sell what you are doing. So these are all things that are probably equally important to make a successful career as a musician. for the young people, the musicians that want to become professional guitarists, I wouldn't have one special recipe of what one should do. Of course, there are many different ways, and there are many things one can do or one should do. For me, very important part of making my career was taking part in many competitions, but I'm very aware that this is not the only way, and it is not. It is definitely also not the right way for everybody. And some people make their careers like this, some people don't. With guitar, there are quite many festivals and quite many guitar competitions, and this was for me probably the way to with winning many competitions. I was then always, after the competition, invited. It was a part of the prize partly, or it was also meeting people that would organize different events, and then also in some of them had quite big concert tours after the competition. Like here in Italy, there is a Pitaluga competition, which had a big tour in Italy, and now they have even bigger tour and CD recording with Naxos, and GFA was one of very important competitions for me that also brought me CD recording and concert tour. That was very big in making my career, but this was my way, and there are many people that take part in one competition or don't take part in competitions at all, but do it a different way. Of course, it is very important always to just be. For me, it was like this: to be honest with what you are doing, and to never compromise your work in order to achieve something quickly and easily. So I don't believe that there are any shortcuts in anything. The acoustics is, of course, very important always for a good concert, for a good successful concert. It plays a very big role. It makes me, the good acoustic makes me more inspired and makes me play better in a way. And of course, the audience can feel this also, and it's more pleasant for the audience, of course, if the acoustics is good. And on the other hand, if the hall is very dry and not projective, then I don't feel good, and then it makes a circle. Because I don't feel good, I don't also play so well as I could, and I'm not so inspired by the hall. And also I know that people in the far rows cannot hear me well, and so it does play really a big role. So it's always very good if the acoustics is very good. There are really many different artists that I could think of. I started when I was really young. Then there were some violin players that I heard on TV that really inspired me, and later on, when I started playing guitar, and I went to some festivals. That was first time when I. The first time I went to a festival, it was in Volos in Greece in 1994, and it was incredible for me to hear something like 20 incredible concerts at one place, and many of these people were really a big inspiration for me. And later on I started also listening piano players and other musicians, and I can't really say that there's one person that was really that influenced me the most of them all, but in certain points of my life there was always different artists that influenced me. I don't buy pop music CDs. Perhaps I bought maybe 2 CDs in my life. I can't really recall, but it's not something that I listen actively. So if there is an occasion for it, then yes, I will listen to it if it's already turned on, or if there is a party, of course. But if I have to put a CD in and listen something, it will be classical music.